Hi guys, and welcome to another video from myself. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Pure Loop all-in-one water cooler from BeQuiet. They kindly sent me this through for a little project I'm doing, along with a case which you'll see in another video. So if you haven't seen that already, go and have a look at it. The BeQuiet Silent Base 802 case, really nice case, which is going to be an upgrade from my 800. This is going to go in the new case. You can see at the back there, I purchased this not that long ago, to be honest, the Silent Loop 2, which is a 280mm. So we're going to be upgrading to the 360, but we're taking a step back. I know you're going to go, why are you doing that? It's purely because they haven't got a Silent Loop 2 in stock. They are hoping to send me the 360mm Silent Loop 2 version of that in about a month's time when they get some more in stock, hopefully. So then we'll swap this out for the Silent Loop. In terms of differences between this and the same sized Silent Loop, the newer version, there isn't a lot of difference, to be honest. Obviously same size, 360mm, should provide about the same cooling, I would imagine. I don't see any difference. It does, the newer version does support more CPU mounts than this one. But this one does support 2066. So this one supports the Intel 1150, 1151, 1155, 1200, 2011, the 2066, and the AMD AM3 and AM4, and the newer version, the Silent Loop 2, which is coming, as I say, in about a month's time, which I might do a follow-up video, I might not. We'll hopefully do a follow-up video though. That supports again 1150, 1151, 1155, 1200, 2011, 2066, AM4, AM3, but it also supports and I'm presuming this is the optional mounting kit that they do, but it does support the Threadripper X4 and Threadripper 4, so that's all good. Noise levels, this one's slightly noisier than the newer version. There's not a lot in it, so at 25% load there's about 2 decibels. At 50% load there is quite a bit of difference, actually. There's about 3.5, 4 decibels difference. That's quite a bit. So there's not loads, but it's still substantial. But then when you get up to 100% load, they're pretty much the same. You can't really notice the difference. One's 39.8 decibels, which is the newer version, and then this one's 40.5. I don't know what my current one is, actually. I didn't look at that. I should have looked at that, and I should have looked at my original Corsair 240mm, which I ran for 5 years in that case, in my old case. So pump speed, this one is 5500 RPM, and the newer version is 2800 RPM, so it's got a slower cycle of fluid for it. So whether that'll have an effect on the temperatures or not, I wouldn't have thought so. We'd have to see. We'll have to see. Let's get unboxing it though and have a look, because it's sat here and you can't see it. I've got to work out how to open this. I've got to get a knife. Hang on. I'll use scissors. It'll be fine. Pop that open. That's brand new, look. Pop that out. Pop that out of the way. So you get in here, obviously, your manual. Read these. You've got 3. These are Pure Wing 2. So they're the same as what's in the new case, but these are 120mm. Whereas the others, they don't look 120, but they are. These are 120mm fans. You get all your fixings. That's something I didn't show you in the other video, by the way. You do get a load of fixings and cable ties in with the case. And I forgot to show it. And then you get the cooler itself. You can put that on the floor. Pull that sleeve off. It does look nice with the old Pure Loop on it. And you've got this one, which sits like that. To sit up in the case and sit down like that. So that's the plan. That makes sense. I should bring it closer, shouldn't I, so you can see it. It's a bit awkward. I'm assuming that might be the pump there. I don't know. Because some of them put the pump in here and some of them put them in the thingy. Let's pop that back in, or pop that down for a minute. You also get some coolant, and you don't have to use this straight off. This is so you can top it up at a later date, which I think is quite nice. The Corsair one, you never got that. You never had a fill port. So the fill port on this, I believe, is find it. Feeling it's that, but I'm not sure. Or is it on the? Yeah, it might be on the thing itself. Yeah, remember to take off the plastic. It's amazing how many people forget that. And then they're like, well, it doesn't seem to be any good. Well, yeah, take that off. Where'd that little box go? In the box! We'll have a look what's in there, because we forgot on the last one, as I say. Screws. And let me just pop some stuff out. You've got all your different cable CPU mounts in there, and one of the things I do like is when manufacturers separate them out, AMD and Intel, and then Intel is separated into a further bag in there so that you don't get mixed up. Also in here they do give you, it is a tiny amount of thermal paste, but we're not going to be using that because I always use Cryonaut because I get bad temps with that. So I'll put a link to Amazon for those. You can use, there's nothing wrong with using that. I just prefer to use Cryonaut. I've used it for years on many CPUs. I know other channels recommend it. Channels that are like Gamers Nexus and things like that always use it. So they can't be wrong because they build a lot more system than me. These are your fan screws. You then got some cables for SATA, however you want to pronounce it, power. And then looks like, what's his name? Little extensions for your fans. And then you get a few, not many. In fact, you only get 3, I suppose 1 for each fan, just to tidy your cables up. We got some very nice ones for the BeQuiet actually, with the case, which I will. I always think they're in that little box, but they're not. Yeah, so I've got some actual little straps that came with a case in here, which are quite nice. Which we're trying to do some really nice cable management. Look at those. I like these. Need more of that. You don't really need them for a water cooler though, because there's only literally the fan cables. I'll have to have a put that back over there, have a look to see, but I think what we're going to do with these fans, out for you. Got a little bit of tape there holding the cable in place, which is fine. Put the logo up. Put the logo up the right way, and I'll put it up totally the wrong way. I think what we'll do with the fans is plug it into the fan controller in the new case, because this is for the higher end system, shall we say? So these are going to go in there, and then we'll swap them out. So it's going to be. I did think when I take the other cooler out, I'd have 6 fans, but these are pure wings, and the ones on the other cooler are silent wings fans, so they're slightly different. and I don't really want to mix the fans because they might run at different speeds. I'll have to have a bit of a chin wag with someone and see if that makes a difference. Whether that would, like, because I do kind of fancy doing a push-pull, like in a month's time, to see if we get even more cooling. Because the cooler I can get it, the better. Or the ability to run the fans slower and have less noise. Noise is a big factor for me. I don't like a lot of noise. As I say, you got the manual, which will tell you the installation and that. Tells you all the parts that you get. All the mounting options. Good diagrams. I like that. And then how you mount the fans. And so forth. Should be straightforward. I mean, I've fitted a few water coolers in the day, so I should be okay with it. There's not a lot to this manual. It's I mean, basically it shows you the different mounting, because obviously there's two different types of mounting, for one for AMD, one for Intel. So that's the well, I say one for AMD. There's two for AMD, and then you've got the next page. That's the AMD. And then it's got the Intel, which is slightly different. I don't know which is the better option. Obviously it's going to be Intel on mine because I'm running an Intel platform. And yeah, I don't need to make... I'm not so much worried about getting the temps down, because the temps are pretty good anyway. I'm more interested in the noise level, to keep that reduced, but B, to increase the performance of the CPU. So currently the CPU in the system's running at 4.4. Now there's a couple of reasons for that. The main reason is because the motherboard I've got has only one CPU power inlet. The new motherboard I've got has got two, so it will give it more power. With then, obviously, with more power becomes more responsibility. Now you're going to generate more heat, obviously, with more power going through the CPU. So the idea is you have better cooling. So you go up to a 360. We should then keep the same sort of temperature levels. We may be able to reduce it a bit. We may even get a little bit less noise, because obviously the fans could run slower, in theory. It's a bit of a... I've not run a 320 before, so it's going to be an interesting... 360 before. I've run the 280 and I've run a 240. So this is my jump up to the big boy. The big boy. I know you can get 420 as well, but like the big boy, I call this. We'll see how we get on and we'll do a sort of comparison video. So anyway, that's your lot for the unboxing. I'll get this, as I say, installed next week, all in the new case. So the plan is to strip this out, build the old PC, which would be my old CPU, the current motherboard in here, all in this case, and then move all the better stuff into the new case with the cooling, and then we can do a direct comparison then, because I'll have it running at the same time effectively, which would be quite interesting. So until then, if you like this video, hit the like button. Feel free to comment down below. I'll put all the usual links for Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, Discord, along with the links to the Pure Loop, the silent loop, and the case in the description. Most importantly, make sure to subscribe to the channel and share this video out as much as you can. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.